Hello everyone, this is Robin McDonald Cobb. I would like to welcome you to my tutorial on how to use my selected cool tool of choice, Smore. So what is Smore? Smore is a website that lets users design their own online flyers. With a free or paid Smore subscription, you can make flyers that serve as newsletters or promote events, products, or services on social media sites. Flyers can also be printed and distributed. Smore has 3 purchasing options. If you sign up and use the free subscription, it is a very limited version. The paid subscription is more for personal, business, and corporate-based individuals and available for monthly fees. For educators, there is an option where you pay only $79 per year. So let's begin by unpacking Smore. So the version that I will be using is the free version, and I'm going to show you how you can incorporate this cool tool in your classroom. So let's get started. To begin, let's take a quick look at the tabs on the home screen. They are Edit Profile, Account and Billing, Your Newsletters, and Mailing Lists. Let's take a look at each tab. So we'll start with Edit Profile. This tab takes you to your personal information and account settings. It allows you to make changes to your information on your account. So if I wanted to change my picture, I could go there, my name, my email address. If I wanted to add information about my bio, I would just input it there. I would hit Update Profile, and then it'll automatically take me to my current profile with my new changes. Let's go back to the home screen. And we're going to take a look at account and billing. This tab shows your billing information, past receipts, and your current Smore plan. I don't have any billing history right now. My current plan is free, and then if I had billing history, my information would go here. And now we're going to go back to the home. And we'll take a look at your newsletters. This tab takes you to your newsletter dashboard. Here you are able to see all of your newsletters, options to create new newsletters, badges, and stats. So right now, you see I have 3 newsletters, no views, when my membership started. And here is where you would see badges. A fun fact, if you're really interested in Smore and begin to use it continuously, you can earn badges. Badges are little rewards that you can earn by doing certain things with Smore. So let's take a look at this first one. It says Cupcake Sale. If you get 1,000 visits to a business newsletter that you create, you get a cupcake badge. I'm using this for newsletters for my classroom. So if I get 1,000 visits to a class newsletter, I can get the Bookworm badge. Another one is Blossom. You get 100 or more views to a newsletter using the seasonal Blossom design. And down below you see some of the newsletters that I have created or worked on. We'll go back to the Home tab. And now we'll take a look at Mailing Lists. This tab allows you to keep multiple mailing lists. Your list can be reused every time you want to send a newsletter by email. For example, I have created a mailing list for my classmates. So I titled it INST 6213, and I copy and paste the email addresses that I had for each classmate. You could create one for your grade level parents and students. So to do one, you just click on create a new list. We could do 2018, 2019, 4th grade class, create list. And then I would just have to go in and add people. I could use my parents, or I could use my student's email address. Then once I've added everybody, and I'll just add my personal, for example. Once I have it there, I'll just add addresses and continue, and now my name is automatically there in the mailing list for 2018, 2019 4th grade class. Let's go back to the Home tab. And that's each tab that Smore has to offer. So to begin this tutorial, I'm going to click back on Your Newsletters tab, and we're going to take a look at one of my previous creations. Since this is one that I have already done, I'm going to show you how to create your own. So let's go back to your newsletters. I'm going to let you take a look before we go. This is one that I created. So we're going to go back to your newsletters. So go back to the Home tab, your newsletters. And at the top right corner, you will click on the orange button that says Start a New Newsletter. This button right here. Now, fun fact, when you're a free user, you're only limited to 3 newsletters. So I've created 3 newsletters already. So here's what we're going to do. I do not want to subscribe to the Educator Pro plan right now, only because this is just a tutorial. So we're going to back out of this. And we're going to go back to the Home tab. And because I know that I can only do 3 free ones, I already started one. I just did not edit it. So I'm just going to click on My Smore newsletter and click edit. Usually when you do a new newsletter, it would take you to an option to create your newsletter. Once you've already started a new newsletter, you will have several options to choose from. But since we're going to create a basic one from scratch, I'm going to select Start from Blank, which it will take me to a newsletter like this. And I have already selected my blank template, so I'm just going to go to it and begin the creation. And again, disclaimer, the free subscription only allows you to create 3 new newsletters, but you will be able to go back, edit, and revise however you need to. As a personal tip, I would just make sure I save each newsletter I create and redo the template that you already have for a new one. Now, originally, when you create a new newsletter, it will have messages appear that basically guides you throughout the process. For instance, you can see start by picking a title. For new users, I would highly recommend that you read the messages as they are there to help. But if you have used Smore before and feel as if you do not need the extra assistance, feel free to click on the skip this step. It will then remove the extra messages. So I've already done that. So only thing I have now is the blank template that they've started me with. So let's say we're creating a newsletter for this classroom, and I'll just hit edit, and I'll type in the title, INST 6213. My subtitle I'm going to put for this week, so we'll do January 22nd through the 25th, 2019, and then I'm going to hit done. Now here you have the heading and the subheading for your title. If you want to change how your color scheme is, you can go to colors down here. We could do turquoise. If you want to change the font to Franklin or Futura, we'll do Futura. Now you have another option to add some more content here. Click there, and I'll say Module 2. Excuse me for all the typos. And then whatever message you want to have, you just have the little text box there and you type, you click done. Let's say that you want to add more stuff to your newsletter. So we have all of these wonderful options below here. If I wanted to add a form, I would click form. If you have any Google Forms, you can go to your Google Form, copy the link, paste it here, and the Google Form will automatically come up. If you wanted to add an event on the calendar, at my school we're having a spelling bee. So I'll do the name West Force Intermediate Spelling Bee. When it's Friday at 8:30 a.m. If I want to enter location, I would just type in my school name, put it there. If I don't want this, I can hide map from event. If this is an online event, it has no physical location, you can also put that option there too. Whatever message you want parents or students to read, you could just type in the text box where it says details, and then you'll hit done, and it automatically pops up there. Most people have classroom newsletters. They'll have spelling words. Then you can type in your spelling words for the week, phonics, Y2I. And you can go through just like you would on any other Word document, typing in your words. So forth, so on. And you basically just add what you would want on your regular classroom newsletter to this software. So let's just say this is all we want to put on a newsletter right now, and I am done with it. I'm going to hit publish changes. So at this point, I've finished my newsletter, and I can go to my newsletter settings. So down here where you see the two screws, you'll click newsletter settings. Here you are able to change your layout / appearance, privacy, newsletter actions, and Google Analytics settings. The pro features are for purchasing subscribers. So where you see red stickers, they are only for purchasing subscribers. So if I wanted to take some stuff off, like related newsletters, I could. Social media platform buttons, I could. If I wanted to make it private, hit private, make it public, go back to public, and all those things, and I'll just hit save settings at the end, and the newsletter will be saved. So now you've created the newsletter, you looked at your settings to make sure it's exactly what you want it to be. So it's time to share. A good thing about Smore is that it automatically saves your work. So once you have completed your newsletter, just your settings and review to make sure it meets your expectations, you can now share it. You have 3 options. You can either print, send it through email, or share the link on any of your social media platforms. And you can see they here, share with the email, quick sharing tools. You can copy the link here. I'm going to send my newsletter to myself. So to do that, I would say click on send your newsletter now. And below the orange bar that says pick recipients and send an email now, there's a blue link that allows you to send yourself a test email. I'm going to click on this link, verify my email and address, and hit send test email. I will then check my email for the newsletter. If it meets my expectations, I will then send it out through my mailing list or whoever I want to receive it. Now, if I did not want to send it as an email, I could print or download the PDF version. Now we just hit print newsletter. It will load up and come up on the print screen, and there you will have your newsletter. I think that Smore is a great tool to use, especially for communication between parents. A lot of times students do not take home or share with their parents flyers that are sent from the school, so this is a great way to make sure parents are still receiving updates about what's going on in the classroom. This will now end my tutorial on how to use Smore. Thank you for watching.